Welcome, I'm Bev Adams. I own an independent paper crafting business showcasing products from Stampin' Up! I sell the products I used in this project and also a few items to make crafting more convenient. I'll have the free detailed directions for this project on my website, and you'll see where to find that at the end of this video. So don't worry about taking notes. It's time to put stamps, ink, and paper together. This project uses the snow globe, and you can see it's a shaker card and you can make it snow inside there. I shared a similar project a while ago. Here's the web address to find that project. I'm using the Still Scenes stamp set, the coordinating snow globe scenes dies, and I'm using this stylish scroll embossing folder. This folder is in the holiday catalog in with the Halloween stuff. But I think this is just beautiful for all kinds of events. And I am also using these snow globe shaker domes. These domes have adhesive on both sides of the snow globe, so it sticks really well. When you're using the snow globe, I also recommend an embossing buddy to just rub inside to remove some of the static, especially if you are like me and live in a very dry area. I will also be using the Story Label Punch. My ink is Smoky Slate and Soft Suede. If you have that new silver ink, you could use that silver ink as well. I'm also going to be using the Light Seaside Spray Stamp and Blend. I'm going to be using some ice stamping glitter and snowflake sequins. And just a little bit of this gorgeous Seaside Spray metallic ribbon. My cardstock is Seaside Spray. It is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4, and I have a piece of Seaside Spray that is 5 1/4 by 4, and 2 pieces of Whisper White that are also 5 1/4 by 4. And I have just a scrap of Garden Green cardstock. If you haven't already, score the cardstock at 4 1/4 and fold it for the card base. And I'm bringing in my Big Shot, and I am going to cut this shape, the snow globe shape, from the Seaside Spray. Now, if you would prefer, you could also do the same exact card with the deer or the bears or the church. I'm going to cut out the snow globe from my single layer of Seaside Spray, and I want it about 1 3/8 inch up from the bottom. So I have gone ahead and measured a piece that is that size. I want to make sure and center it, and I don't want it to move, so I'm just going to hold it in place with a tab. I want to center this on here and mark on my card where that opening is. So I'm just going to mark it lightly with a pencil. Then I'm going to run this layer in this beautiful folder. This is a regular embossing folder, so I do need 2 plates, but not the thin die adapter. Beautiful. Now we're going to get out our 2 pieces of Whisper White layers and our Smoky Slate. And we're going to stamp the large greeting, "May the timeless message of Christmas fill your heart and home with joy today and always." We're going to stamp that right in the middle of one of those cards. And on the other one, we're going to stamp the snow globe base. And we're going to stamp Season's Greetings. And I want to have enough room around for the punch. So maybe about there. And then I'm going to switch to the soft suede ink, and I'm going to stamp the house. Using the stamping blends, I'm going to color just the top edges of this snow under the house, maybe around here. There's a little bit on the bush. And at the bottom of each of these little clumps of snow on the tree. And that's really all the coloring that I'm going to do. Now you could color the whole tree, you could color some green on there, you could color in the house and the roof. I'm just leaving it simple. And I'm bringing back my Big Shot, putting the thin die adapter back in. And the outline for the house. And I'll cut those out. And I want to cut out some trees. And then I'm using the story label punch to cut out the greeting. Now I want to have this a little bit higher. I want to have kind of some space underneath. And this really just barely fits. And then we're going to start putting it together. So I'm just going to add some adhesive to the trees and put my house right over it. It's going to be basically centered on that base. And then I'm going to put this on the card front just above those marks that we made. Now, if you want to erase those marks, you can do that now. And I think I'm going to open this card so it lays a little bit flat, because now I'm going to add some stamping glitter. You do not need very much. I've got 1/4 of a teaspoon, and I'm not even putting that much in. I'm putting really 1/8 of a teaspoon, and I think that's even too much. So not very much. And then a pinch of this sequence, and you want to be sure that these are contained in the center here. And I am having trouble with static, just keeping those off my fingers. I'm going to again rub that embossing buddy and remove some extra. And then I'm going to peel off the back. Oh, where'd my marks go? I'm going to put that right over and press this firmly to make sure all that glitter is sealed in. And I just want to double check to make sure this is going to fit nicely. And it does. Good. So then I'm going to just remove this layer. I'm going to put adhesive around the edges of this as well. And it will have adhesive around the snow globe, but I'm putting it on there just because. And this fits right over. I'm adding my snow globe base with some Stampin' Dimensionals. I don't know if you're hearing all those airplanes going over. There must be something going on at the little airport near our house. So I'm just setting this down here. And the label, I'm putting above here. So I think you can see why we needed to measure, because I don't have a lot of extra space down here and really no extra space up here either. Could have even gone a little bit lower here, I think. So I'm just going to tie a knot. I said 4 or 5 inches, I think, but I usually leave it stuck to the spool and just tie a knot. We just need a little piece. I can even decide which side looks prettier. And I'm going to add that with glue dots. And I still need to put my inside in. So I'll do that now. And that's it. Isn't that cute? So that was just like 1/8 of a teaspoon, and that's plenty of the snow inside. I wanted to show you that this does fit in a medium envelope. It is very bulky though. I think that you would need to hand deliver this or maybe in a bubble envelope. I do not recommend just putting this in the mail like this. Here is the web address for this project, where you'll find the free detailed directions and links for the products I used. Just click the links and you'll be taken to my online store at Stampin' Up! Under Shop, I have tips for online shopping, frequent shopping rewards, and products I offer to help you stay organized. I offer a cardstock sampler, taggers to help you identify those dies with lots of similar shapes, heavy-duty bags to store 12 by 12 and 6 by 6 paper, a replacement tip for the fine tip glue pen in case yours gets clogged, and a bow maker. Share my Evernote notebook of current products for a nominal contribution. It functions as a fully searchable catalog. Inspiration takes you to all my projects. If you're new to stamping, you might want to look at the basics. You'll find how to cut card bases and layers, what's special about Stampin' Up! Stamps, and some of my favorite tools. Under Organization, you'll find catalog tabs, labels and case inserts, a practically free stamp pad storage solution, a basic toolkit, as well as a compact desktop toolbox, and lots of color charts. You can take a tour of my craft wall. More organization means more time for crafting. Come stamp with me here in Ventura County, California, or get the best deal of all and join my team of crafters. The team is called SIP Together, and it stands for Stamps, Ink, and Paper Together. The team is made of crafters who want to save money on the products they buy, share with a few friends, or grow a business like mine. Be sure to subscribe to my website and on YouTube. I'd love to hear your comments. Thank you for joining me. Talk to you soon. Bye.